Alright, last pack. Give me a 101 in the last pack. How fitting would that be? No, sorry, I won't be greedy. Just give me an octagon side on Alley. That would be nice. What is going on, UFC card lovers? Welcome back here to another episode of UFC Card Talk. My name is Damien, and if you are new to this UFC card channel, here at UFC Card Talk, I like to talk about everything to do with UFC cards, from collecting to investing, and also recent UFC card hobby news. This week's episode, got a few different things to do. One of those things is a little birthday rip. It is a select 2022 blaster box that my fiance did get me for my birthday this past weekend. I will be opening up this box, chasing some of my guy Sean O'Malley, anything from a base. I really like these 2022 octagon sides for Sean. The image on that is very, very cool. Also, I will be doing my own little UFC 292 reaction. I'll be talking about my overall reaction to the fight and then also my hobby reaction. And obviously, Sean O'Malley is my main PC, so I will be talking about my hobby reaction in general with that as well. What I'm looking to do from here on out with Sean O'Malley cards. If you are new to this channel, if you enjoy UFC cards, if you like the look of my face, if you don't like the look of my face but you enjoy the content, then I can please ask you to hit that subscribe button. I am trying to grow this channel at the moment. Anyone who wants to hit the like button as well, hit the notification bell so you do not miss out on my weekly UFC card related videos. Before I get into the segments of this video, I do want to just shout out two new UFC card content channels. First, I want to shout out Mixed Martial Cards. Here's a guy who I've been in contact with on Instagram, a UFC card collector also here in Europe. I've checked out his channel. It looks like he has amazing production value, so I would recommend that you check out his card channel. Both of these channels I am shouting out, I will have linked in my description. If you want to check them out, I highly recommend it. And the other card channel, new starting guy who is putting out weekly great videos at the moment, is UFC_card_fiend. He is making weekly videos at the moment. Really respect that from him. He's making great stuff from mail day videos, showing off some of his recent buys. Great energy. He seems like a great guy. So I highly recommend you check out his channel as well. He also regularly comments on my videos. So if you just want to follow the link to his channel through his comments, you can find, I'm sure there might be a comment on one of my previous videos or maybe even this one, but if not, as I said, both of these channels, Mixed Martial Cards and UFC Card Fiend, you can find their channels linked in my description, so please check them out. Show them some UFC card hobby love. I am very conscious of your guys' time. I will have everything time stamped, so if you do not want to hear a certain part or a certain segment of this video, make sure check on the timeline. You can skip across to the content that you do want to see because everything will be time stamped. So I'm going to start this video off with my overall reaction to the UFC 292 with the massive Sugar Sean O'Malley win. As I said, if you do not care about hearing my overall reaction, that is quite alright. You can skip along to the next segments of this video. For those of you who do care, if you can hear some footsteps at the moment, it is this little guy. He also loves UFC cards, maybe not as much as I do. He's still working out who he wants to PC, but this is Joey. He's also new to the hobby, so I'm trying to give him some tips and advice at the moment while he decides who he wants to PC as he walks off. Anyway guys, my reaction to the Sean O'Malley win. I was completely sick in the stomach, nervous for this fight. As the co-main got started, it really hit me about how close I was to seeing Sean perform, what was going to happen in this fight. I was really 50-50 if Sean was going to win. As the walkouts happened, my heart was beating out of my chest. And then when Bruce Buffer did the announcements, I actually could feel my heart racing, and I had the idea from Zach, Box Alarm Trading. You all know I love him and his work with Eric over there. But I have a smartwatch. I checked my heart rate. My heart rate was over 90 beats per minute, which my resting heart rate is normally between 50 and 60. So I really was feeling it. And then obviously the first round, it unfolded as it did. Not a lot happened, but Sean did look good. His movement was great. Was really impressed with that. And then, boom, in the second round, as soon as he got that knockdown, it happened so quick. I just jumped up out of my seat, and I was screaming at the TV when he was doing his ground and pound. And one of those strikes towards the end of that ground and pound, he landed a right hand that was really, really reminiscent of the finishing blow that he got Thomas Almeida with. And after he got that shot, I just knew it was over. And there was a couple more strikes. Aljo was still moving around a little bit, but yeah, I don't think it was a bad stoppage at all. Call me biased if you're not, if you want. But yeah, as soon as the ref called it off, I just threw my arms up in the air and I turned around to my fiance, who was also sitting on the couch, and I just said, he did it. I was a little bit choked up, but I was like, he did it. I was so happy for him. I really was. And I was equally as happy for his coach, Tim Welch, because I've been watching so much of their content for a long time now. You also get to know his head coach, Tim Welch, his own personality. So I really felt connected with him as well throughout watching all these content over the years. So I was really happy for Tim as well. But the fact that Sean did it, he did it in a way that I think was really, really unexpected. Like, it was, as I said, I honestly really rate Aljamain and his skills. I thought it was a 50-50 fight. I knew obviously everyone was saying, Sean said it himself, it was possible that he could get the win that he did, and he did. And I think maybe you all know Matt at the Golden Octagon as well. He's a massive Sean supporter like I am, but maybe he would agree if you've watched Sean long enough. And Israel Adesanya did a reaction video, and he said it best. Like, it literally, as a fan of Sean, it was destiny, to be honest. The way that fight happened, the way that Sean's career has been, he was fast tracked to the title. Obviously, I can admit that, but everything for it to unfold like it did, it really seems like that was destiny for that to happen the way that it did. I was obviously, after all the post-fight stuff, I was so happy, and then after all the post-fight stuff, I sat down and it's like I was on this big come down. I had this massive explosion of emotion, and then 10 minutes later, I had to sit on the couch by myself, and I was like I was on this come down. I had this massive high, as I said, and I just crashed down, and it was really weird. Honestly, it was really, really strange, super unexpected. I thought I was going to be, over the moon for the next few days. And as I said, as much as I'm happy for Sean, at the time I was just... Matt said it as well, like, we've watched this guy. I've been a fan of him since 2018. Matt from Golden Octagon, a little bit longer from Contender Series. I'm not going to say here and pretend I was watching him from the Contender Series. The first fight ever Sean competed in was the Andrei Sukhomtov fight. And yeah, I felt a little bit empty, to be completely honest, after the initial high. I sort of felt like, wow, like, I've watched this guy for been supporting him so strong now for 5 years, and he got there. He got the title. He won the title. So part of me felt really a little bit empty. It's like, what now? I honestly felt like, what now? And the other part of me couldn't help but think, he's obviously was on a rocket ship to begin with, but now it's just been strapped to his back. And the other part of me, which I'm going to get to in a second, was like, I'm not going to be able to really afford his cards potentially now. The cards that I want to purchase a Sean, like, they're going to be a little bit out of my price reach. Like, I'm not a millionaire, and not many people are. So anyway, but I'll get to that part in a minute. But I literally had to go outside, sit in my backyard on a chair, and just sort of be at peace for a little bit, because I don't know what it was, as I said, whether it was a come down or not from the emotions that I felt, but I really felt, I felt weird. I felt really, really weird. But anyway, that was my reaction to the big win. So now I want to get to my hobby reaction now. Where am I at? So obviously, you guys know, I do strongly PC. He is my main PC, Sean O'Malley. Immediately, of course, after the win, I want to, it's quite often with an emotional ride like that, I want to buy a card of Sean's in order to basically commemorate the emotions that I felt. And obviously I can relive those emotions through that piece of cardboard, through that Sean O'Malley card, forever basically. So immediately I wanted to go out and buy a card. I've been buying some of Sean's cards lately, just some cheaper cards. I buy they're for the PC, and I am really concentrating on rarity at the moment, but I've said before, there are some cards of Sean with the images that I'm just really drawn to, with certain color parallels that I'm just really drawn to, and it's not the fact that it's rare or expensive that is tickling my collector taste, but it's just the image of it. Like aesthetically, I just really love that card. So there have been some cards I've been buying. One of them more recently is a 2022 Chronicles Recon. I bought that in the purple parallel. That is number 249. Won that card at auction, super cheap, but I really love the image of that card. The purple parallel with the background, I just thought it, to my taste, really suited that card, suited that image of Sean. And another one I bought was the 2023 Orange Prism. I'm still chasing his 2021 debut Orange Prism. They are numbered to 99, but the 2023 one was up for auction about 3 weeks ago. Bought that also at a super cheap price compared to what my bid was. Was super happy to get that card, and I just thought that was a really cool card to potentially commemorate the year that Sean won his first ever title, 2023. So I now do have that orange 2023 Prism, which is a vertical. His last year was a horizontal. So I was happy to get that card, and as I said, I can now tie that card to the year that Sean first ever won a UFC title, which is really cool. But as I said, I bought some of these cards recently, and at the same time, there was no real other cheaper cards that I wanted to buy. And I've done enough card pricing videos now over my time to know that to buy a card within the first 72 hours of not only a finish, but a finish like that on that level, you are going to be paying the absolute highest premium that you will, because there's so many other people that do the same thing. And I was obviously able to curb my FOMO. I still haven't. This is the Monday as we record this video, so it's only a day and a half old now, but I still haven't bought anything yet. And as I said, the first 72 hours you see a massive jump in pricing straight after the event when you have something like that happen. So I knew if I was to pull the trigger on one of these cards, and especially because I'm not so interested in the cheaper cards for Sean just now, if I was to be buying a card, I would be really trying to get one of these, like a second year on card auto from Topps Museum. That gold parallel is a card that I'm really hoping to get for my PC in the future. But at the moment, this card is decent money, and as I said, clearly not made of money. So I know that if I was to buy that, I'm going to have to be paying a massive premium for that, given the first 72 hours after that event. So haven't done that, still not sure about what I'm going to do. And the other factor is, at the moment, is the market is still quite volatile. It's still very up and down. I'm still just have to wait. I'm going to exercise some patience, which is something that I always advocate for, is just exercise a little bit of patience. Don't give in to the FOMO, and work within your budget. And I am doing those. I'm keeping to my own word at the moment, and I am doing those things. And that's why I have not yet pulled a trigger on a card in order to commemorate this victory. And I'm not sure which card I'll buy yet, or when I'll buy it. I will still think I'll buy something. As I said, I do have that 2023 Orange Prism to tie in with this fight, but there is still part of me that really wants to buy a bigger card of Sean. But as I said, we'll wait and see what happens. Obviously, you guys will be the first to know if and when that happens. I did do a countdown the week leading into UFC 292 with my favorite 7 cards from my O'Malley PC. Check that out on my Instagram if you haven't already, at UFC Card Talk. That's about all I can say on that now, guys. It's still obviously quite new. As I said, it's only all a day ago, so I'm still quite still unsure. I'm still unsure what I'm going to do and where I'm going to go from here. But now let's get to this rip. Okay, guys, so I was originally planning to do this for either Instagram live or a YouTube live. As the weekend turned out, it just unfolded that I couldn't fit it in. And the other thing is, obviously, me being here in Europe, in Sweden, I am generally 6 hours, 8 hours, even 10 hours ahead of you guys in the States, or I'm actually 8 hours behind you guys in Australia. So it was going to be difficult for me to time the live that it was going to suit the different time zones. So unfortunately, I'm sorry to you guys. I do plan on doing more lives in the future in the upcoming videos, but just for now it didn't work out so to do this rip. This is my first ever box rip on this channel, and I've been doing this channel as of next month. I've been doing this channel for a year now. Super excited obviously to have my UFC channel birthday, but this is my first ever rip. I've explained to you guys the difficulty it is for me to get product here in Europe at a decent price. Normally overpaying for blasters, stuff like that. And I'm trying to be smart when it comes to my hobby dollars. But regardless, this was a birthday present from my fiance. The first time she has ever bought me UFC cards. She generally thinks it's silly. I think that she's seen now how committed I am to this stuff, considering I've been doing a weekly video for almost a year now. So after I twisted her arm, sort of gave her enough nudges and hints that I would like some card product to open for my birthday, she did get me this Select 2022 blaster. So I was super stoked with this actually, because any other blaster product in Europe, as I said, is a complete rip-off. I can get retail boxes, same thing, rip-off. Hobby boxes, even more of a rip-off. Obviously you get more for your return, but still, I'm not going to be getting her to spend €500, which it obviously equates to being more about $400 or $500 for a hobby box, which is just something that I don't want to pay. I'd rather spend that money on a single. But she got me this Select 2022 blaster. Super stoked with that, because at least there is a chance I could get a 101. My first ever 101. Is this going to be the box that has the Sean O'Malley Octagon side black flash 1 of 1? I don't think so, but let's find out. Let's get into ripping open this box. So here it is, guys. My first ever blaster rip on the channel. Partly pretty nervous. But this is no. What am I talking about? This is super exciting. I never get to do this. This is really, really exciting. I don't even have, wait. Should I keep? I'm gonna keep this box actually. Why not? Keep this box to commemorate. Sit that over there. What we got? 6 packs. Trying to chase a Sean O'Malley Octagon side. Silver is nice. Even a base, to be honest. I'll be happy with a base. Let's see. I don't have much hopes. First pack number 1. Here we go. Pack number 1. Start off with a blue Rashad Evans. Oh, we've got an orange flash. It's a rookie too. We have Vicente Luque. We have a Yan. We have a Yan. And the rookie flash of Julian Marquez. These are quite cool. I actually haven't seen an orange flash before. Alright, I'll take an orange flash of O'Malley too if it comes my way. Pack number 2. Gonna rip through this for you guys. Is that another Leron Murphy? Anyway, Leron Murphy. Cool fighter out of the UK. Sarah McCann. Dominic Reyes. And we've got a green tricolour. Oh, we've got tricolour for Chael Sonnen. I actually haven't felt these select cards in my hand before. But these feel quite cool. Quite a solid card stock. That's pretty cool card. Chael Sonnen. Pack number 3. Wow, really struggling here, guys. We have Brendan Royval. for rookie, for Abubuka, for Abubakar Nurmagomedov, Tito Ortiz, my first ever Tito card. My first ever fighter I followed in the UFC, and this is my first ever card for him. You know what? We'll set that off to the side for a second. I am going to put that in a sleeve. Very cool. And the last one was Mezzamine for Cara, France. Pack number 4. Oh, I just saw who that back card was. We have Chris Darkus. We have a Conor McGregor. Blue Retail. Jan Blachowicz. And we have a Orange Flash. This is cool. For Ilia Topuria. Nice. We will also put that one in a sleeve. Might even put that one in the top loader. What do you guys think? Yeah, we will. We'll put that one in the top loader. That's cool. Ilia Topuria. Orange Flash. Pack number 5. We're ripping through this. I'm not going to look actually. See, I'm a rookie. I've been looking at the back of the cards, which is, you guys are probably seeing, but I don't want to see it. Alright. Marlon Chito Vera. Very fitting, because I do believe that the UFC is a business and they are going to be putting it's going to be him versus O'Malley in December. But we will see. We have Paul Acosta fighting Khamzat Chimaev in October. I'm super pumped for that fight, probably more so than the Islam fight, to be completely honest. We have Dustin Poirier, and finish off with the new flyweight champion Alexander Pantoja. Alright, last pack. Give me a 101 in the last pack. How fitting would that be? I won't be greedy. Just give me an octagon side O'Malley. That would be nice. First one, we've got a legend. Check out some of his fights, especially some of his Pride fights. Dan Henderson. Jesus. Yeah, not so good at this pack. I'll have to get better for this, guys. Marcin Tybura. Cyril Gane, and finish it off with a numbers silver flash for BJ Penn. 21 seconds to win the fight. So there we have it, guys. My first ever box rip done. 2022 Select. Just before we say goodbye, a few little upcoming videos. Next week, my video will be a price recap from UFC 292. Obviously, I'm super excited to check out Sean O'Malley cards leading in and after the event, the explosion, see where his card pricing is currently at. That is going to be my next week's episode, doing a UFC 292 recap. Following that, I will be having another UFC card community conversation. Be sure to check out that video. And then also too, a little bit of a big video that I'm trying to work together how I want to do it. But I have spent around 2,000 USD on UFC cards in the previous 4 to 6 weeks. Going to be doing a bit of a breakdown for that, showing the cards that I have, whether I have them in person or not is yet to be determined, and talk about my strategy in regards to what my plans are for that card, if they were PC cards, which some of them were, but some of these cards are also cards that I'm looking to turn around in the near future to make some profit on in order to afford more PC cards. So stick around for all those videos in the future, guys. Thank you guys for watching. See you again here next week at UFC Card Talk.